have been the fastest time we did milking this morning.
Yeah. I reckon we should think about changing.
Yeah, OK. I'll check the calves. You get the feed sorted.
Right. I wonder how they're doing on the kitchen front.
You know, Ma, not like a bit of baking to keep her going.
Well, she's doing very well. Your bombshell can't have helped her any. Got any second thoughts?
No, I'm pretty certain, Jack. I don't want to farm anymore, so I don't want to spend the rest of my life feeling miserable, now do I?
No, I suppose not. What are you going to do?
Good point. No idea.
You mean you sat there telling us you were going to chuck the whole lot up and you didn't know what for?
More or less.
As if Ma hasn't got enough to cope with. Not exactly good timing, Joe.
Yeah, I know that, Jack. But I've thought about it. And Henry's death, well, made it all clear to me how I felt about farming. And Kate and the future. It's odd, you know. I never realised how fond of the old devil I was until now.
No. Farm will seem funny without him. And his pipe smoke. I think Ma got to quite like it in the end.
Right, I think that's the lot.
Do you need any help?
No, Chris is going to come round and help take the stuff over, if you don't mind.
Well, why should I mind? It's your life, Kathy.
No, if you don't mind him coming in, I meant.
Oh, come on, I don't want you to leave like this. So long as you're happy.
I am grateful, Nick, the way you and Elsa took me in.
Oh, come on, you're my sister. Families have got to stick together.
Hiya. Hi.
I thought you'd be shopping.
No, I just thought I'd get back at a decent time. What's all this? Are you moving today? Yeah, I'm waiting for Chris to come and help. Well, as long as you know what you're doing. Why aren't you at work?
Well, they're giving us time off for the funeral. Henry Wilkes.
Oh, yeah, I knew he'd died. They rang Rachel. I didn't realise the funeral was today, though.
Hmm. Is Rachel not coming back for it, then?
I don't know, really. Well, I got up so early this morning, no one else was around. Right, I'd best go and sort out something to wear, then.
Nobody can ever say we didn't give Henry a good send-off. Have you found that cream, lass?
There isn't any.
Nonsense, you can't be looking properly. Let me have a look.
When are you going back to university?
Tomorrow. Have to set off early, though. It's my first lecture.
You must have run out. Now what am I going to do? You can't have trifle without cream.
It's all right, Annie. Rachel can pop down to the village and get some.
Running out of cream on a farm, for heaven's sake.
Don't worry, I'll go and get some. It won't take a minute.
Hang on a minute. I'll come.
And you all wanted cream?
Oh, come on, Annie. Come and sit down and have a cup of tea. You've been on the go for hours now. Come on.
I just want everything to be nice.
It'll be perfect, Annie.
That the lot, then?
Yeah.
Better wait outside.
Thanks, Elsa. I am grateful, you know. It's okay. Just let us know if you need rescuing again. Bye then, Alice. You bring your mum round to see me, OK? No, I mean it, Elsa. Any time you fancy a change, just come over. Thanks, Kathy. I hope it all works out for you. Bye, Nick. Take care.
See you. You're only moving up the road. Anyway, I'll see you later.
See ya. Bye. So what time are Lynn and Archie coming?
Oh, about 1:30.
I need some more sterilising stuff for the bottles.
Oh, all right, I'll go. So, what did you do all day in Leeds?
Oh, you know, nothing much. I went to the students' bar in the evening.
And where to go? Just to go to a pub?
It wasn't a pub, Nick. It's the students' bar. It was really good fun.
Same thing. Rachel settled in okay?
Yeah. Look, I need that sterilising stuff now, really.
Okay, I'll go. Anything else? See ya.
Hi, Robert. Where is everyone?
Upstairs.
Crikey, how many is she expecting? You could live for months off this lot.
I know. She kept insisting I made more sandwiches. Don't say anything to her, Jack.
Don't say anything to who?
Oh, Sarah's just telling me to behave myself, Ma.
Oh, don't waste your breath, lass. Now, where's Joe? He should be down here. We want to be ready in good time. Give him a shout, will you, Joe?
There's hours yet, Ma. The undertaker said they'd be here at 2 o'clock.
We've got to be ready for Amos.
What's that, Ma? There's no cream on trifle.
We've run out. Rachel and Mark are getting some.
Good. Can't have a trifle without cream, eh, Ma?
Oh,
Now then, Annie. Hello, everybody.
Rachel, when did you get back?
Last night.
But Elsa, she went to see you.
Yeah, listen, if I don't see her, will you tell her I'm sorry? I should have thought about giving her a lift home.
What do you mean?
Well, I heard the news about Mr. Wilkes and I just jumped in my car and came home. Got about Elsa. I suppose she caught the bus.
Yeah, she did.
Look, don't forget to tell her I'm sorry. I've got to go and give Annie this. Well, it may not be much, but at least it's my own.
I ought to be going. I need to change. When can I see you again?
Well, tonight, I hope.
That'd be great. We could meet at the Woolpack after the funeral.
Yeah, okay.
We could eat there if you like, or go somewhere else.
I thought we could come back here for supper. Is something wrong?
No. Why?
Well, I'm beginning to think you don't want to be alone with me.
Of course I do. It's just... Well, now you finally got your independence. Well, what I'm trying to say is, I don't want to crowd you.
Chris, you're not doing that.
Well, just tell me if I am, okay?
Okay. So will you come to supper tonight?
Try and keep me away.
And Carol, I think a few people will be coming back after the funeral, so make sure everything's ready, will you?
Don't you worry, Mr. Turner.
And you'll be all right on your own?
Of course I will. I don't expect there'll be many in here. You'll all be at the church.
I wonder if Amos will come in.
Oh, I doubt it. I think he went up to Emmerdale this morning.
You hope he has, you mean. He's treating Amos for coming in and find out what he's done to Woolpack.
He is, as usual, talking nonsense, Carol. There is nothing wrong with the Woolpack.
Now you've got a decent barmaid there, ain't? If you got rid of that stupid restaurant, you'd have a right pub again. You never met him, did you, love?
No, I didn't, Seth. I tell you what, though. Why don't you go off to the church now, and when you come back, you can tell me all about it. Go.
Anyone else want another drink before we go? Ma?
No, thank you. Are you enjoying retirement then, Amos?
Oh, aye. It's very nice, thank you, Sarah.
Alan's had a few problems at the Woolpack.
Oh, I heard. I can't say I'm surprised. He always did have delusions of grandeur, that man.
He's got a new barmaid now. Tried to get practically the whole village to help him out. Even poor old Henry had to come to the rescue a couple of days back.
Oh, for goodness sake, will everybody stop looking like a wet week in harvest? Rachel, come and tell us about university.
Well, there's not much to tell, really. I only just registered before I had to come home. Haven't even unpacked my books yet.
Babysitting service has arrived. Bobby's unlimited. Whatever you need, nifty nappy changing, Archie Brooks is your man.
Whenever you need trouble, more like.
I think you better take Robert and go next door, Archie.
Oh, come in, Archie. Nonsense. It's the first sign of life we've seen all day.
Here, Ma. Undertakers.
Come on then, everyone.
Come on.
Robert. Out you go.
Just give us a second, will you, love?
Annie, love. I'm not sure I can manage after all.
Oh, come on, Amos. We'll do it together. Take my arm.
Are they all right?
They just wanted a moment together, I think, Joe.
I see.
Right. Let's go and make us farewells. Everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace.
Should be almost over by now.
Yeah, I reckon.
Bit of a better send-off than poor old Bill had. Archie, they've eaten all the cream. What are we going to do?
We'll scrape the rest off, leave the trifle. Nobody'll notice. Come here. Dirty Herbert.
I thought Rachel looked a bit tired.
She looked all right to me.
Well, I suppose if she was up late last night, and then with the drive back. Did she mind you going to see her?
No, why?
Just thought with it being her first day, she might be a bit busy.
No, it was okay. She met me in the morning at the bus station and then left me to it for the afternoon.
And for the evening? I met Rachel this morning. She apparently came back last night. They phoned her, and she drove straight back. So what did you do last night, Elsa? After Rachel had gone?
Sounds like the back, Archie.
Yeah, right. Sit down. Oh, good lad. Right. Got that cream off your face, Robert? Good lad. Now, not a word, remember? There you go.
Oh, perfect timing. The tea's just made.
Oh, lovely. Just what I need. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, fine, wasn't it?
Yeah, fine.
Always been one of my favourite hymns, that. Jerusalem.
Oh, it was all one of Mr. Wilkes's and all. He used to sing it in his bath. Mind you, he always got words wrong. He were never a literary man, Mr. Wilkes. I used to tell him there's nought like a good novel to keep you company.
Oh, aye. Like those penny dreadful thrillers that Sarah used to get you when you were ill.
Well, you hardly dared read them in case Henry caught you.
Well, I couldn't let Mr. Wilkes down, could I? He had a very high opinion of my literary prowess.
There you are. For your new house.
What's all this?
Champagne and roses by the looks of it.
It's a bit over the top. I've got it agreed. No more gestures, no more extravagance. You've been in there 5 minutes and you're off again.
Look, hang on, Kathy.
I don't know what to say, Chris.
You can thank Dad and Kim for a start.
Ah, Christopher's giving you our housewarming present.
We hope you'll be happy there, Kathy. Thanks.
This is my housewarming present.
They look in high spirits. That's a beautiful bunch of roses.
Typical taste, that is. Did you see their wreath, Bill? Bigger than anybody else, and I don't know why. He weren't a particular friend of Henry's.
I'd agree, sir. Pure ostentation.
They've got a lot of money then, the Tates.
Oh, big landowners round here, pet.
Now, mind you, they nearly went broke a couple of months ago.
God, you wouldn't think it to look at those roses and that champagne.
Well, it's fairly typical, my dear. New money. They like to flash it about.
Not like Henry. You were a proper gentleman.
He must have had a bit tucked away.
That's a point. I wonder who he's left it to.
So, why did you lie to me then?
I didn't lie. I spent the evening in the students' bar, just like I said.
But Rachel wasn't there.
I never said she was.
You never said she wasn't, Elsa.
Oh, come on, Nick, you just misunderstood me.
But you could have said. Why didn't you?
Because I knew you'd make a fuss like you are now.
I'm not making a fuss. I just want to know what went on.
Nothing went on, for heaven's sake.
So why did you miss the bus home then?
Look, I went to the students' bar. I was supposed to meet Rachel there. Rick and Ali came and Rachel didn't turn up. We just thought she got held up or something. So I spent the evening with Rick and Ali, that's all.
If that's all, why did you miss the bus?
Because I was having fun, Nick. You know, just laughing, talking. They were a really nice bunch there.
So there were more than just Rick and Ali?
It was a students' bar. There were students there, and I talked to them. And do you know what was best of all about it? I could just be me for once. Not a mother, not your girlfriend, just me. And you know what else, Nick? It was really good fun. So I forgot the time, and I missed the bus.
So, you've got your girlfriend back already, then?
Yeah, not that we've had much chance to see each other.
When does she go back again?
Tomorrow morning, I think.
Well, you can always pop round for a cup of tea if you're feeling lonely once she's gone.
Oh, yeah, I will. Mind you, I've got to get on looking for jobs tomorrow. Sent out a few letters, but I haven't had any replies yet.
Oh, hi, Rachel. How's university, then?
I wish people would stop asking me that. I've only been there a day. I thought we'd go down to the Woolpat tonight. Do you fancy it?
Oh, you're not going back tonight, then?
No, tomorrow. I've got to set off early, though. It's my first lecture tomorrow.
Very exciting.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
What's it on, then? Not that I expect I'd understand it, eh, Michael?
No, I don't suppose you would. It's an introduction to post-structuralism and the English novel, actually.
Of course, I taught him everything he knew about licensed trades and all. Mind you, he never quite got out of pulling a proper pint and all.
Seemed all right to me.
Ah, they were all right, but not like mine. You should be able to write your initials in froth in top and have it stay all the way down. My pints were always like that. Never one of Mr. Wilkes's.
I thought that was only Guinness.
You're supposed to do that with a good Yorkshire pint and all, Sarah.
He taught you a few things and all, Amos.
No, I did that, Annie. You were a proper friend. I suppose if truth were told, he were main reason folk kept coming back to Woolpack. I might have known how to draw a pint, but it was Mr. Wilkes has always made everyone feel really welcome.
Not like when he first came to Beckingdale. Hey, Mark.
Well, if you asked me what I thought about him then, Joe. The first time we met Henry Wilkes, Sarah, he came marching onto Emmerdale land, telling us he was going to have his right of way over it. He stood by that table with his cup in his hand. I never dreamed he'd end up my closest friend.
Or that he'd end up coming to the rescue of the farm by buying up the freehold.
Oh, same at Woolpack and all. If he hadn't come in and helped me buy freehold for that, I don't know where I'd have been.
Woo-hoo! Run away, Jake, come in through.
Faster.
No, we've got to stop now. We've come to a station.
Robert, take that hat off.
I like it. Archie said I could wear it.
It's Uncle Henry's hat, son. Take it off, now.
Sorry. Did I got off, Evelyn? Yeah. I really am sorry, Mrs. Sugden.
Mr. Wilkes, it's that. It's mine. Oh, dear. If only he could be here to see your face.
These are lovely.
You don't seem to have any champagne glasses.
No, I never had much call for them. Except when I was living with you, of course.
Was it that bad living with me?
No. Once I learned how to pour champagne, it was fine.
Oh, come on, I'm serious.
Oh, Chris, of course it wasn't bad. When you were being thoughtful and kind, you made me very happy.
Stupid waste it was. Throw away all that love, all that time.
Look, it's not thrown away. We can get it back.
We can never get back the time. I was thinking this afternoon when Amos read that lesson. This is our second time, Kathy. We've got to get it right.
You're being very solemn.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be. We're supposed to be celebrating your new house, your independence.
And the two of us. I like it, Chris. This side of you. I wish you'd shown it more before.
I wish I had too. I'm not sure I even knew it was there, really. It was easier to splash out the money, buy presents. It's harder to think that someone might like you, love you for yourself.
I do love you, Chris.
And I love you. I think I'd better open this champagne.
Don't try too hard, though. After all, I fell in love with you because you swept me off my feet. It's very romantic. I'd hate to think you were frightened of being romantic again.
Look, as long as you're in my life, there's no chance of that.
Ooh.
Oh, dear, Carol, what a day. Would you go down the cellar for me and get some more wine? And be careful of that bulb down there. I think it's about to blow.
I won't go down there at dark, will.
Why, the Woolpack ghost.
What? Oh, will you go away? There's no such thing as a ghost.
I heard it. Me and Amos at the cellar. It were howling and banging. Made my blood run cold.
You mean to say you never knew?
What?
It was Henry. He saw you sneaking down there. She was up here banging the floor and woo woo. He told me about it the next day. I thought I had never seen him laugh so much.
The old devil. I wonder if you've ever told Amos.
Seems like days since you went away. Weeks.
Yeah. I woke up in my old bed again this morning. Couldn't for the life of me work out what day it was.
It's funny how time stands still sometimes.
Yeah.
Thought it'd be ages before I saw you again.
And here we are already, saying goodbye again.
Well, I'm glad. There seemed so many people around last time. I felt like they were all watching us. I was quite pleased when you drove off.
What did you do?
Nothing really. Went for a walk. Thought about you quite a lot. Don't suppose you had a chance to think about me, really?
I bet I did. When I was alone in my bed. Yeah, you're right. There were too many people about. Honestly, Michael, I reckon I could go through 3 years and never speak to anyone who wasn't a student or a tutor.
Well, you'll have to keep coming home. So you remember what real people are like.
Students are real people. I want to forget all about Beckindale, though.
Oh, that's exactly why you should keep coming home. I don't want you forgetting me.
I said Beckindale, not you. You're definitely real.
Yeah, I should hope so.
Are you sure you don't know about that cream, young man?
No, Dad. I'm not convinced. Archie looked extremely shifty.
Anyway, time for your bed. Come on, go and say night-night to Nan and Mr. Braley.
I won't be long, Jack. I'll just finish off with Joe.
Right. See you in the morning, Joe.
Jack.
Night, Ma.
Dad.
Amos.
Don't forget, come and see me, Jack.
Aye.
Shan't be sorry to go to bed myself.
It's been a long day.
Yeah. Those two are faring better than anyone. Better than I thought they would any road.
Oh, you don't mind, do you? Only I remember him telling me that you didn't like smoking indoors.
Well, you know what a stubborn old fool he can be. I told him I didn't mind as long as he used the ashtray properly. But you know Henry Wilkes had to make a song and dance about everything and go out into the yard for a smoke.
Oh, well, I don't know what I'd have done without his stubbornness, Annie. After my stroke, it was Mr. Wilkes has kept me going, making me do all those exercises.
He told you to stop smoking as well.
Oh, now, I couldn't let Mr. Wilkes have everything all his own way, now, could I?
That's it then. The last champagne you'll have for a while. Sparkling mineral water from now on.
That sounds very boring.
All right. You can have some lime juice in it as well. This is nice, being here with you.
It is.
Have I told you lately that I love you?
Not for 10 minutes at least. I think it's time you told me again.
I don't want to go, really. But I suppose I'd better. Can I see you tomorrow night?
I think I've got a better idea than that. Why don't you stay for breakfast?